What's that stupid website's name?
Are you talking about the crazy conspiracy?
Yeah.
InfoWars?
InfoWars.
Beck said that we want violent overthrow of the U.S. government, InfoWars, by name. And that we tried to cover up the Bundy supposed racist comments, and that we were there, and that basically that was our video, or that we knew and tried to cover it up. Our people were there a week and a half ago. This was said last weekend. None of my reporters were there. We covered it yesterday when we saw it in the morning. When it had been out less than 12 hours, we got Bundy on. And I said the way they edited his comments, I think sounded, very offensive and racist, but that I understood where he was coming from. And he said, no, I meant they've traded out one form of slavery for the other. But to basically say we're racist and we want violence, I mean, Beck, there's a reason you're getting sued right now, okay? And I don't think you're going to win. And I don't intend anything like that. But look, what you're doing is torturous interference. I know you're obsessed with my show. I know you watch it for years and take our guest and spin it. I don't care. That's fine. I just want to defeat tyranny. But what I'm trying to get at here is that he's putting out the exact talking points of Media Matters that on record is the White House, Direct conduit from the White House telling them what to do and say. MSNBC, CNN, I understand saying I'm behind the Boston bombing and I'm deeply racist and, all the rest of it. But to have Glenn Beck doing it, and I know what this is. He knows we're getting on affiliates all over the country. The show's exploding right now. Most of the stations we're on carry Glenn Beck. And he knows, because I've talked to some program directors, that there's little comments and things going on from the people in his office, not even a syndicator, Premier, about me and how I'm a bad show to have. And this has been going on behind the scenes. And then a lot of times I'm on live and Glenn Beck's on at night. He doesn't like that. He's an egomaniac. My show ends up getting picked up on Sunday live. While we do that show, people get a taste of it. Then they put us on at night, and then invariably we end up going on live. I want Glenn Beck to have 50 million listeners. I want Glenn Beck to sell 100 million books. I want Glenn Beck to have long days, pleasant nights. Because I agree with most of what he has to say. But, man, it's a big deal when somebody says you're a racist with no proof. It's a big deal. When they say that that you want to overthrow the U.S. government and have violence to, 5, 6, 7, 8 million people a day. I mean, that's really meant to hurt me. I mean, I don't care when MSNBC says it with 500,000 viewers and people know they're a pack of liars. That's a big deal when Glenn Beck does that to me. And I don't know what he thinks I'm going to do. I mean, I'm not going to take that line down. So we've got such bigger issues with Russia, huge issues with Obama trying to get the guns, trying to bust the borders, overrunning the Constitution, that I'll probably just let him walk all over me. But at a certain level, man, when people don't want you to be on the air and they want to get you off stations and they'll lie about you to do it, and I'm not even in competition with him, and Rush Limbaugh's done nothing bad to me. He said snide things about me a few times when he didn't agree with something somebody wrote on my website, and that's fine. I don't agree with everything on there, but a lot of times he covers our story. He doesn't really give us credit. But I happen to know from behind the scenes some folks that play golf with him that he actually agrees with us more than he disagrees and listens to the show sometimes. Limbaugh, we're in competition with Rush Limbaugh, directly up against him. And he doesn't do this kind of crap. And, I mean, this is dangerous, folks, to have somebody on the air saying that you want to overthrow the government, want a violent overthrow. We already played clips like that 2 weeks ago. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this today. But I dare somebody like Glenn Beck to say that to my face. That's all I've got to say. Because I got a family, and I've already put myself in the crosshairs. And this is Benedict Arnold type stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is textbook Benedict Arnold crap. And our affiliates out there who listen, the program directors and owners, they know what I say on air, and they're standing beside us and supporting us and not dumping our show, Beck. Go make your movies, ghostwrite your books, Do whatever you're going to do, man. I'm not jealous or envious of you, okay? I understand until 10 years ago, or 12 years ago, you were a shock jock that did shock trash, type radio. Howard Stern wannabe stuff. I don't care. I understand you picked up my show and duplicated it and made it more palatable. I understand that you're obsessed with me. I understand that. I get it, okay? But listen, I'm happy for you to imitate me and to take my knowledge. That's the whole point of this show. I want to beat the globalists. So I'm going to tell you again, stop now. Stop trying to set me up with Rachel Maddow in the White House. You may work with them.
What's that stupid website's name?
Are you talking about the crazy conspiracy?
Yeah.
InfoWars?
InfoWars. Mm-hmm. Because these guys were so deeply embedded with the Bundys, we thought there's something wrong. Because if you're a spiritual person and you don't see these guys a mile away...
That's a red flag, right?
That's a real red flag, and it's not a false flag. These guys are dangerous. They are looking for revolution. They're looking for a fight.